Hey guys, Wrestling Throwdown here. I'm Haley, and as you guys know, Joe, my co-host. But we have a special guest with us tonight, Mr. Michael Miner, my NXT buddy. You guys know him.
Hola,
Going to
¿cómo
be my
estás? Hello.
my future, hopefully permanent guy to do NXT with me since Joe has Strike Zone on Thursday and he can't do NXT with me. So
Yeah, I do watch it every week, though. I'd love to make special appearances every now and then.
yeah, that would be awesome. Alrighty, guys. This was obviously the Raw after WrestleMania. And it was very good. There was only, I think, one or two matches that I just really didn't call for, but everything else was at least a B or above. There was so many A segments and A matches and everything. It was a great Raw. I think they're finally knowing what they're doing, except for the ending segment. I think that could have been better, but obviously we'll talk about that. I think they're just getting lazy. They're starting off strong and then they're ending bad. But hey, they started off good and got lazy at WrestleMania in the middle of WrestleMania and ended good. So I guess can't complain.
Yeah.
Alrighty, first segment was the Brock Lesnar promo. Now Brock, he pretty much him and Paul Heyman came out. And like me and Joe, well, at least I said, I like that Paul Heyman is still kind of with Brock because if Brock's staying, I feel like Paul needs to just be with Brock. I feel like, because, I mean, Brock can be by himself, but I think he's just so much better with Paul Heyman.
I feel like because Brock and Paul are so tight, even in real life, we see them traveling together. When Brock was in UFC, Paul went to his fights. It's just too unbelievable at this point that Paul would leave him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even
Now,
though
some people would have liked to see the Roman thing happen. I think that now that Seth's, your monster heel and everything like that, I think you might as well leave Roman a babyface because it's not like he's going to get the title soon. Well, he might, but I think Seth's going to hold on to it for a while.
I think Seth's going to hold on to it till SummerSlam. I'm really hoping the main event of SummerSlam is the Shield triple threat match.
Yeah.
Say Ambrose wins Money in the Bank and Roman stays strong.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But they came out and they talked about how they wanted a rematch. Brock wanted his rematch, and he didn't want it obviously at SummerSlam, and he didn't want it at Extreme Rules. He wanted it tonight, right now. And then Stephanie comes out, and she pretty much says that it's not happening right this second because Seth isn't in the building yet. And I'm sure he was in the building, but
you never know. He was coming back from New York from doing the Today Show in the morning.
That is true.
Yeah.
But she says that he is a fighting champion and he will be here later tonight, and then you can confront him later on tonight. So it was a good way to start off the segment, or the show, I should say. Brock obviously looking strong. It looks like he's got a couple of scratches on his face. It looked almost kind of like what me and my brother said. It almost looks like Roman fought him like a bitch. It really does. It looks like he scratched and kind of like clawed him like a little girl. It does. It's just funny. I don't know. And it looks like he obviously had to get staples in his head from that his head hitting the
getting busted open the heart.
Yeah. Exactly. So what were your thoughts on this segment?
I thought it was cool. I will say they teased one thing that's a fact. They said that Brock has not wrestled on Raw in over 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
That is correct. I will even give you the last match that Brock had on Raw. It was Brock tag teaming with the Undertaker against The Rock and another babyface. Maybe it might have been Kurt Angle. I don't remember. But it was a tag team match on Raw. It was teasing the fact that Brock might end up wrestling Undertaker at SummerSlam. Brock ended up wrestling The Rock at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That was his last Raw match. Because he was on SmackDown for a year after that, and then he's never wrestled on Raw since.
Yeah, I know. I knew it has been a while. He really just, because he was gone for so long, and then obviously with his contract now, so. Miner, your thoughts?
Yeah, I have to say the segment was amazing. I mean, the fans, holy cow, the fans were just going absolutely ape nuts when they said when Brock Lesnar came out. I was like, when Brock came out, I was like, yeah, it looks like he's in his attire, look like he's ready for a fight. And Seth, don't come yet. He might get killed there, my friend. So yeah. What we see about later, oh my God.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, the crowd was amazing last night. That is one of the things. It's always really good. I've noticed that they always have a great crowd right after WrestleMania. They're still very pumped and they're ready for the next new stuff.
Here's the thing. We'll talk about this at the end. Do we think that this crowd here beated 29 and 30 or no? That's the question. Did they beat 29 and 30 the night after WrestleMania? Because we had one in New York and one in New Orleans, but I don't know, did this crowd beat it?
I thought 29 was the best, all the fandangoing, and then the yes chants. That was really the first day that the yes movement really came to fruition, because that was the day after Bryan lost to Sheamus and they were yes in the mouth. So I really thought 29 compared to last year and this year. This year, I thought at the end they got a little classless. We'll get to that. But I do feel for the most part this.
Yeah, it seemed like this crowd was just kind of like chanting like really crazy stuff. I mean, they were really they were obviously having a great time, but they weren't obviously afraid to say whatever they felt like, you know. And that's and that's what I love about it, you know. As long as you're getting a reaction, as long as they're loud and everything, I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess what they cheer for, as long as it's not CM Punk. As much as I love CM Punk, that needs to go away.
Yeah, that's.
We had an Intercontinental Championship match between Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan. Great match, great back and forth match, and obviously Daniel Bryan retained. There wasn't. It's actually kind of weird. There's usually a title change after WrestleMania, and there was not one last night. I actually was kind of shocked about that. Kind of surprised.
I guess they figured
everyone was trying to say, "Oh, Haley Seth's losing the belt tonight." I go, "Don't you dare say that!" I was getting mad. I was like, "Don't you dare say that! He is not losing tonight." But yeah, well, I did think that was weird.
Well, I mean, they had 2 title changes with the Intercontinental. Actually, 3 with the US. They had 3 on WrestleMania, so it would have been overkill to do.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
and then,
I think so too.
We've seen a return. Obviously, Wade Barrett was going to do something to Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus came back, and he stayed.
Yeah, fella.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "I thought they were gonna turn him heel. What the hell?" And he comes back, with his mohawk and his beard braided and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, he turns around and he kicks Daniel Bryan, and I was so happy. As much as I love Daniel Bryan, I was like, yes, finally, WWE creative team finally did something good for a change. Thank you for finally turning him heel. And it looks like he's so much better as a heel, and he's got a new look. And let's talk about this new look. I know a lot of people are kind of weirded out by the new look. They like the mohawk, but they don't like the braids and the beard. And I agree with that. I think the mohawk's cool. I actually would like to see him change his in-ring gear, like to maybe green or something like that. I think the black is too plain. I think he needs a different color. What do you guys think? Or red or something like that.
Miner, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I think so too. I think his ring tire should be a little different. The tights should be in a different color, more of a greenish color to give him more of like a heelish thing. Mm-hmm. And with the beard thing being all braided up, I was sitting there like, oh, okay, like I bet a kid or he must have went to the hood and had the hood hook him up with the braids. And I'm like, well, why don't you just shave it? I mean, you could have it grow back and that kind of deal. Then there's your kind of way to do it. But wow.
Hey, Sheamus is good, huh? Look, I thought this was very refreshing, this segment. It's funny because the crowd, I think, agreed with your sentiment, Haley, that they were happy to see Sheamus as a heel. However, they played along very well, gave him great heel heat. I mean, what better two guys to turn heel against than the two most beloved wrestlers in the company, Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan? And he really came out with that intensity that he did when he debuted from ECW and ended up, becoming a WWE champion in his first year. He really came out with that fire, the crowd chanting, "You look stupid." You know what? He owned it. He did the heel thing, and he owned it. I loved how he owned that reaction. He didn't let the reaction befuddle him or upset him in any way, and I felt like other performers, maybe even John Cena included, let the reactions get the better of them. But Sheamus certainly owned it. That's the way a heel should be. As far as the look goes, I like the mohawk. I mean, the little Jericho beardy thing going on. I don't hate it just because it does make him look more heelish. I mean, if you're a heel, you can look as stupid as you want and you can make it work. Like, that's the thing. That's the beauty of being a heel.
It's different, so it's definitely good. Anything that's different is good for a change, you know? Because you didn't want him to return and look exactly the same. It wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get corporate Sheamus. Obviously, this is a little different, but I like this.
Yeah. And I think obviously, like I said, he's so much better as a heel. I think he's going to do great as a heel. I think this is finally going to make him rise up more to the top. And it looks like maybe he's going to feud with Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental title. So I'm for it, definitely. And they were supposed to fight at WrestleMania anyway, so you know.
It was better than they did it. It was better. Saved his appearance for Raw. I'm thinking it's a three-way feud with him and Ziggler, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely.
He really was intense with Ziggler, slapping him, calling him, "Hey, show stealer! Hey, show stealer!" I liked how intense. Bryan got one big out.
Yeah.
It was Ziggler who got more of the heat on that.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. Alrighty. Now we had two debuts last night. I was actually kind of shocked. I thought Charlotte was going to debut last night, but
yeah.
We had the Lucha Dragons debut. I was actually kind of surprised about this. I didn't think they were going to debut, but hey, they already lost the NXT titles, and usually when you lose your title, that usually means that you're ready to move up. That's like your one step before moving up. So it does make sense. They tag team with the New Day and versus the Ascension, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. And it looks like the Ascension obviously and Tyson Kidd and Cesaro obviously kind of having some heated debate moments there and not getting on the same page, and obviously that cost them the loss. But what do you guys think about the Lucha Dragons? A lot of people think that they're going to be jobbers.
Lucha. I mean, right off the bat, they got a better reaction than Los Matadors ever got. So I will say that. I think Kalisto has an X factor to him. I really do. I think he brings the best out of Hunico. Sin Cara by himself was just flat. Even Booker on commentary said maybe Sin Cara needed that tag team partner to resurrect his career. I thought they did well in NXT as the Lucha Dragons. The crowd always into their entrance. Lucha, Lucha. I mean, they're not my favorite team by any stretch of the imagination, but they get the crowd into it. Little Kalisto is doing his best Rey Mysterio impression, and I thought they made a great impact for their debut on Raw. Whether they'll be jobbers in the future or not remains to be seen. I think the tag team scene itself needed to be shaken up, and I think that was a good call, because what more could the Lucha Dragons have done in NXT? You already cited Haley for champions. Booker even cited on commentary that they were the ones that beat the Ascension's reign. The Ascension had them for, close to a year. They were the ones that beat the Ascension's reign. So, I mean, I thought it was cool. Sin Cara's been up and down by himself. They were giving him the Justin Gabriel treatment, and that just wasn't fair. You got to call Sin Cara up. You might as well have the Lucha Dragons up. I liked it. I don't know if they're going to be tag team champs or, I think they'll be in the running. We'll see. I think they'll be better than Los Matadors, who need a midget bull to get over.
And that's the thing with Sin Cara too. They put him way too, and that's why, people were saying, he botched and everything like that. He wasn't ready to be on the main roster. And that's why I think him going back to NXT.
Plus, that was the original Sin Cara.
Well, yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, even for Hunico though too, I feel like he kind of went. He didn't really have much going for him, and he didn't really. He kind of moved up fast too, didn't he? I thought he did.
Yeah.
So I think it was good for him to obviously go back to developmental and work on it a bit. And obviously now they're the new tag team developed, and
they invested a lot of money in the Sin Cara character, whether Mystico's playing him or not. And finally, they're getting some returns on it. I will say also, as great as the crowd was for Lucha Dragons, boy, did they shit on Blue Day. New. They suck.
Well, they were great at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Minor, your thoughts?
Yeah, seeing the Lucha Dragons on Raw tonight. Like I said in my post last night, I was like, damn, geez, looks like NXT is taking over Raw tonight. We had the Lucha Dragons, and we'll talk about the other one. But man, it was good to see Lucha Dragons on Raw tonight. I wanted to see more with Sasha maybe coming in, but they might get her maybe next Monday night or so. But it could have happened tonight, kind of deal. But I have to say it was good to see Lucha Dragons. But Jesus Christ, with all the fans saying "New Day sucks, New Day sucks," I was like, oh my god, like wow.
Officially buried. Commentators are having fun with it. I mean, it's kind of sad because Kofi Kingston's such a great worker, and Big E, obviously a powerhouse. Xavier Woods a good talker, but it's just not working. They need to turn him heel desperately.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. But yeah, I was wondering about that too. Sasha Banks said that she was supposed to be on Raw last night, and she never made her. I don't know if it was just kind of like a troll kind of Twitter thing that she posted, maybe to kind of pump people up and think that she was coming, but.
There were so many rumors, guys. Finn Balor. There was rumors about Finn Balor. There was rumors
He's
about
not
Sasha.
supposed to be until the summer. He's supposed to be in NXT until May. That's what I've been hearing.
Makes sense for both. Sasha just became NXT Women's Champion.
I would put Charlotte up before her. Yeah.
Agreed. I felt like I was expecting Charlotte.
Yeah.
Especially, you had Nature Boy in the building, too. That could have given Charlotte a good rub. I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alrighty, this was obviously the moment of last night. It was crazy. It was funny because my brother was saying that he was just like, I hope Brock just comes out and just destroys everybody. He goes, I think it would just be great and just interrupt every match and just destroy everybody and just beat the crap out of everybody. And he pretty much did, but he just didn't do it in every match. It was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, a rematch for the WWE World Title. And obviously, Seth was looking great. I loved how he was getting in Brock's face. I actually thought that they were going to actually take him seriously as a champion. Now, I thought he was actually not going to be a coward like they have been, playing him off. I was just like, finally, are they going to finally have a heel where they actually take him seriously and not have him be afraid? And of course, that didn't last long, but he said that he was the fighting champion. He would give Brock his rematch, just not tonight, because he was sore and he was tired and blah, blah, blah. Made up all those excuses. And obviously, Brock did not like that answer and went absolutely insane, and Seth obviously escaped. But he destroyed everybody. He destroyed Michael Cole, that F5 to Michael Cole. Oh, my God. Poor Michael Cole. I feel so bad for him.
He used to have that coal mine gimmick where he'd hide in that glass contraption. He should have brought that back for protection.
I think that would be great if he did that next week. Well, I don't know if he'll be back next week because that F5 he took was pretty deadly. Yeah. And then he got the cameraman, and he attacked J&J Security and JBL. He attacked everybody. He just went crazy and just attacked everybody.
Am I the only one who thought the cameraman looked like Andy Levine, Silent Rage, the winner of the last Tough Enough?
Hmm.
Thought that too, Minor?
Yeah, it did.
I
Just a
thought
little bit
I'm like,
like him.
That's
yeah, I
probably
thought it was.
it was who it was. They probably, because obviously they wouldn't let. Obviously they probably knew Michael Cole could take the F5, so that's why they did that. And then they probably, so because
I'm willing to.
Michael Cole's been taking a lot of shots lately. Same with Josh Matthews. Josh Matthews used to take a lot of shots. Obviously they can't do that now. He was like their shot guy, but now they're using Michael Cole.
Well, hey, if there's no better way, rather, to turn face than F5ing Michael Cole. That's how to turn face right there, baby.
But yeah, he just went crazy, and Stephanie came out, and she was really upset, and she told him to put on the cameraman, and he ended up F5ing him anyways. And Stephanie told him that he was suspended indefinitely. And backstage, she said that, she told Renee that she will tell us when Brock gets his rematch. She will tell us when he comes back. And supposedly, the rumors are he's not going to be back till SummerSlam.
Hey, man. I saw the meme going out there. I don't know if you guys saw it. Yeah. Nobody part-times it better than Brock Lesnar. Gets suspended on his first night back on his contract.
Yeah, I mean, the storyline thing that they're doing is it's just like, we all know that he's a part-timer anyways, so it's just like, why the hell did she have to do the whole storyline into it? I don't get that, but
given the
this segment was amazing.
Given the destruction, she had to do what she had to do. I don't fault Stephanie for suspending her, for suspending Brock Lesnar, rather. This segment was very powerful. I thought it was the most violent, powerful segment we've seen on WWE television since the Nexus debuted in 2010. Mm-hmm. Over the announce table, very violently, I might add, very quickly, very violently, and what he did to JJ Security, and of course Michael Cole. I don't think Michael Cole knew that was coming. I think they ripped Michael Cole. They do that sometimes. They announce. They do it to Jim Ross all the time. So I get the feeling they might have ripped Michael Cole on that one. But overall, just monstrous destruction by Lesnar. It was white hot. The fans were loving it. And, I mean, there's going to be a lot of anticipation for when he comes back and if he gets his hands on Seth or how it plays out. But I thought this segment was very well done. Like I said, I compare it to the Nexus Invasion angle when they first debuted.
And mine are your thoughts.
Well, can we just say the international people jumped over the border back to their country now? And when I saw Brock throw one of his J&J Security, he went, I could just see the international people flying over to the other. I thought the fans were catching them too. At the same time, I was like, whoa! I guess the international how to jump the border there for a second. If I were there, I'd be like, Kalasa, I don't want to be here anymore. God, you people are crazy. But, oh, man, Brock Lesnar was snapping. I was sitting here watching, I think I was watching a BWC show, and I go to look at the TV, and I'm like, why is the announce table turned over? And then all of a sudden I look over and go, oh, my God, Booker. And then I see on the other side was JBL. I was like, dear God. But the international guy saying, oh, no, not going to be us. Hello, can jump over. When I saw one of the international announcer jump, I was like, oh, there goes anyone over the border. That was funny. I was like, I'm going to jump over the fence.
Their ass whipped minor. They probably were like, fuck it, let the American guys take it. We out.
Yep, we out of here. We're going to jump with the fans. We'll just sit there and watch the fans. We're just like, oh, wow.
We'll chase them over the border like you used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, and there were so many memes about that, too. It's just so funny. So funny.
Great segment. This will be talked about for a very long time, guys, this segment. It was powerful, and it was right up there with Brock ending the streak in terms of moments Brock's had since he's returned.
Mm-hmm. Next, Damien Mizdow versus Stardust. And obviously this was just a basic match. Not really sure what's going on with Stardust and Goldust. I guess they just completely killed that. I don't know if Goldust is even going to retire now. He was supposed to. Who knows? Like I said, creative team didn't want that match, I guess. I don't know why. But Damien obviously got the win. And then Miz, obviously, we all seen this coming. Miz came out and attacked him, and pretty much their feud has pretty much officially started.
Let the feud begin.
Yeah. And like I said, hopefully this helps Mizdow, and hopefully I guess he's still going with the Mizdow name and everything like that, because this is obviously it's so over now. So I guess
Yeah.
Still use
that,
the moveset and everything, the name. They won with the Skull Crushing finale. He does nothing of his old gimmick with the Elbow of Disdain or any of his old moves. I mean, hey, they're going to melt this, and, like, obviously now Damien's the face, and Miz is going to try to get revenge for getting eliminated from the Battle Royal. And I like it. We'll see how it goes. And I'm worried where Sandow's going to be after the feud. I will say that.
Yeah.
We just have to pay attention and see. Right now, I don't know what the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is for Damien Mizdow. Whether it's like Alex Riley get a win over the Miz and then get forgotten about. I hope not. By the way, I thought it was interesting in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Miz and Mizdow were actually working Riley at a certain point. I thought that was interesting.
oh. And Minor, what are your thoughts? And I guess the whole Miz and Mizdow feud and everything. How do you think it's going to play out and everything?
I think the Mizdow and the Miz thing, I think is going to be a more longer kind of feud, because you remember with the Miz and Alex Riley, boom, the next day they're facing off in a match in a pay-per-view, just added to the card. Now from going from after Mania, going into the Extreme Rules, keep going until you get into Extreme Rules, then have a match. Because I remember when Miz did with Alex Riley and the Miz just had just about 1 week after had a match right on the show. I'm like, okay, the pay-per-view that quick, and they had a match. But yeah, to me, Damien Mizdow and Miz, I didn't know the Miz was a fan. I didn't know this until 1 minute he came in with the T-shirt, and I'm like, okay, where the hell did he just come from? You could just come as a fan. Was he standing, hiding somewhere? I bet he was hiding behind the barricade to wait, and then all of a sudden jump over and did the Skull Crush finale. To me, I can't wait for the feud. And Goldust, to me, I'm sorry, he's got to go. He's got to retire.
Yeah, and that's what's so funny too, because Alex Riley, right after that feud, Alex Riley pretty much just went away. Obviously, that was his own fault a little bit, but as you guys know, but he's looking great now. I do got to say that Alex Riley does look great.
Definitely.
But yeah, the Goldust thing and the Stardust thing, I really don't know what's going to happen with Stardust either. I'm not really sure if he's turning into a jobber now or what. It's kind of a shame. I kind of feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, you grabbed the move down real quick. It definitely seems like any momentum that character had is starting to get flushed in the toilet. You know, it's a shame because he cut a promo. I wonder if this promo is the reason why the whole angle got dropped. He cut a promo with Eden in one of those After Raw segments on YouTube, which I always like to catch those because sometimes you get some good nuggets that you don't get on Raw out of those. And Stardust cut a promo about a month ago. It was I think it was the Raw after Fastlane. And Stardust was like, look, I'm going to end Goldust, and I'm going to end Mark Henry, and end Big Show, and end Kane, and end all these guys in the Attitude Era. I'm going to get the Attitude out. And I was into this. I don't know how many fans actually watch the WWE's YouTube. I feel like I'm in the minority. No pun intended there, Minor. I feel like I'm in the minority in terms of people who watch all that material. But it's like it never happened because the next week on Raw, the whole angles dropped. And it was almost like they were worried maybe Cody would get momentum with that angle. Because people, I mean, look what they were chanting at Big Show in the main event. If that doesn't prove the point I'm trying to articulate right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe they were just thought that like a character like that was supposed to be a heel going after all these old legends maybe would get over too much because people are sick of seeing Kane and Big Show and Mark Henry, even Goldust on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it'll just have to play out and see what's going on. I mean, there's a few people that I'm kind of worried about. Obviously, they still haven't done their spring cleanup yet either, so, who knows. I think Stardust is fine, though, for the spring cleanup. I don't think he's going to, get released or anything. Obviously, his wife's in there, too. Obviously, his wife's doing announcing and everything, too, so I highly doubt they would do that, but I'm a little worried about him. I don't know if he just needs to be repackaged or what's going on with that.
I guess the cape's supposed to be like a villain from Mortal Kombat or something. It's some comic with the cape. Or X-Men. It's supposed to be an X-Men villain, I think. The cape. That's what I heard. That was inspired by an X-Men villain.
Yeah, who knows? Like I said, I guess we just watch and wait and see. I haven't really heard anything about him. I haven't heard if he's, they're doing anything with him. So who knows? And not like I said, not everybody can have a, be on the pay-per-view every single time and have a story and everything like that. So maybe they'll give him a few months break and then bring him back. Who knows?
As far as his job, he'll be fine. Even Goldust, Dusty Rhodes is an employee with the company. Eden, the whole Rhodes family practically works for the company.
Yeah, so exactly. They wouldn't do that. If they were stupid, they could, I don't know. WWE has done stupid things, but no, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh God, do we have to talk about him? All right. Someone made their debut last night, and you guys know I can't stand him. I can't stand him. I really do. I was cheering for Curtis Axel. I was like, come on, Curtis Axel. But yeah, Neville. And they're just calling him Neville. I guess that's his name.
Yeah, it's his first name in translation. Apparently.
I usually just call him Neville anyway, so it makes sense to me.
And in the Indies, he went under Pac under one name, so I guess it's similar to his indie name, one name.
Yeah. But he made his debut last night. Everyone was marking out. I know Paul Jazer. He loves him. That's his boy right there. Like I said, hopefully now maybe they'll show more of his character kind of thing going. Maybe he'll do some more promos. Maybe he'll get better at his talking. And show a little bit more of a personality, and hopefully prove me wrong, because I know almost every single person I talk to love him, and I'm really the only one that I know that can't stand him. To me, I compare him to Kofi. I compare him just like Kofi. I do. As much as that is mean to say, because Kofi is very talented, and I will say Kofi is very talented, but I can't stand him either. Both of them are so boring. They have no personality. Given his finishing move is amazing. I love his finishing move. Don't get me wrong. He's a great high flyer. But Kofi and him are just so compatible, and it's just they both need a heel turn desperately. I think Adrian or Neville, I guess now, would be better with a heel turn. I really do. I think that he needs something to get me to prove that I'm wrong about him. I think that he needs just something. Because the finishing move, as much as that's amazing, I don't think that him just having that great finishing move is going to prove me wrong. He needs to do something to impress me, that show that he's going to be different, he's going to be taken seriously. Because what I see happening is he's going to be a high mid-carder, but I think he's going to fall short, and he's not going to be able to be, maybe once in a blue moon he'll be in the main event just like Kofi, but he'll never get that big shot, because that's how Kofi was. Kofi, he just didn't have the character for him. He didn't have the personality, and you got to have the personality. You really do.
I agree in partly what you're saying. I feel like they did kind of hurt him in the Sami Zayn feud. He was acting a lot more douchebaggy.
He was, and they did that really good too. I don't know what they dropped the ball with that. They're going to make him a face now. They should have turned him heel when they had a chance.
Well, he just debuted Haley, so he's going to be a face right now because the fans are excited that he just debuted. You got to think about it. I think in time let's look at the positive of this. He's not Mighty Mouse, so that's a good thing. I thought he was going to be the Hurricane 2.0 with the rumors that we were hearing. So, thankfully, he's not like that. He's got the cape, so he's kind of got a superhero thing going on. He kept his music, which I was glad. I like his music. And honestly, they're playing up the moniker, the man that gravity forgot, which was used in NXT, but not exactly showcased. I feel like Vince likes that, so they're probably going off that because Vince probably likes it. Oh, the man that gravity forgot. Oh, I like that. Oh. So, honestly, I feel like Neville is going to be. I see maybe more John Morrison than Kofi Kingston, but I see what you're saying. Obviously, you got the athletics. I think he's a better promo than Kofi. I really do. I think he's got that cockiness. You could just tell it about him. He's got that douchebaggy confidence, and maybe that's why you don't like him, Haley, because he
No, I love
that. Whether he's a face or
that's a douchebag, and I love him. So.
yeah, no, fair enough.
And I loved
Hey,
when he was really cocky too. I loved it when he was cocky too. So that has nothing to do with that. I love heels. You guys know I love heels. You guys know I love the asshole. So.
but it's the fact that they're portraying him as a good guy, but you can see behind the cracks that he's kind of more of a douchebaggy kind of fella in terms of being a heel. He's very prideful. I think this will help them in the English market as well, because obviously they have Wade Barrett, they have Paige, now they have another British star with Joe Case on the tours. So for many reasons, this move is best for business. And let's face it, he was the next one on the totem pole. Dude, him and Sammy. Sammy's got to be the next one. Because they were, they both lost the title. They've both been there for the longest time. They got all these new guys, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Bayley, Tommy. They weren't going to get called up yet. They're going to pay their dues down a little bit more. So I actually thought Neville was going to come out and work with Cena in Cena's Open Challenge, not the Curtis Axel thing.
I actually called Dean Ambrose. I was one of the only ones that I knew that called him. I'm like, I bet you it was going to be Dean Ambrose, and it was.
I was hoping Sammy at that point, but obviously
that would have been awesome too. Yeah, because Dean, I knew Dean was going to appear last night, and he obviously, I was like, well, there's nothing really else he can appear in, so, since he did, because I thought he was actually going to come out during Daniel Bryan and Dolph. I thought he was going to turn heel last night, but obviously, so that's why I thought it's him. What are your opinions on Neville and this whole debut thing? How do you think he's going to do, Minor?
To me, with Neville debuting, I think he's going to do incredible. To me, I love Adrian Neville no matter what, because I know somebody called him a pointy ears when I saw his video when he did the interview. But I have to say, Neville debuting tonight was incredible. I love the new gear that he's doing now. They're actually giving him the fireworks like they were supposed to do with Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar didn't get his fireworks. So I guess we had some crappy pyro people again tonight. They must have brought them from WrestleMania to here to screw up some fireworks. When Brock did his thing, where was the fireworks? Nowhere. But seeing Adrian Neville doing with his fireworks, I thought to me they should have kept with his the way they did with the smoke thing, but seeing him coming in with the fireworks was pretty good. I'm starting to like Adrian Neville. Thank God I had to get rid of Axelmania. I'm getting tired of hearing Axelmania. Axelmania. Go take your Axelmania. Go back to the 80s for a while and go back.
I liked it just because he was facing Adrian Neville, but I do joke and I call him an elf.
I knew it was
it's just something I do. I can't stand him. I hate him. I don't think he's gonna prove me wrong. I'm hoping he proves me wrong, but I don't see it there for a while. I think he's really got some time to prove me wrong, but
he's definitely got the talent, Haley. You can't deny that. The man's very talented in that ring. He's got a frantic, fast-paced style. Obviously,
I did say I love the finishing move. I think his high-flying ability is incredible. I do think that.
And not only that, but his pace as well. I mean, he was pushing Axel. That was only a 4-minute match, but he was really pushing Axel's cardio with his pace. I mean, and NXT, they all tend to work at a faster pace, I've noticed, whether it's Sammy or Finn Balor or any of these guys. But I thought that both the Lucha Dragons and Adrian Neville brought that pace that we're used to seeing from NXT, and that was really refreshing to see.
Yeah. Alrighty, and now John Cena's challenge. I love how he plays into the fans too. He just kind of he just hears it and everything, and he jokes with them. It's just funny because he just doesn't even care, and I just think it's funny. He likes to fuck with them. He really does. And excuse my language, but he does. He knows, and that's why it's kind of almost like he's very cocky when he does it. That's why he kind of almost comes off as a heel too, because he does not care. Like he'll be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and then he'll just smile and laugh, and he'll feed into it, And they hate when he does that, and it just makes people hate him even more. So in a way, like they said, he is a heel. But, yeah.
It's his way of pulling the crowd back, I feel.
Yeah. And like I said, Dean Ambrose answered the challenge. And they had a great match. They really did. And obviously, John Cena won, of course. We didn't see the. It's not like that was a
He's got a
huge
new
shocker.
shirt. You can't lose right away.
I do feel
So
bad
that's
for
for the
Dean,
next 3
though.
months.
I feel like Dean has not won a match. Like when's the last time he's won a match? Like a big match.
Since he's left the Shield, he hasn't won a big match.
I
He's
know,
won
that's
little
what I'm saying. And that's what
matches,
I
but
argued with someone, one of my friends. She was, on my status and everything, and she got all mad and everything, and she was just like, why are you saying that? Like, why are you saying that? They're burying Dean Ambrose, and I go, they kind of are. Like, he has not won a match. Roman was almost
I
undefeated,
have a theory
and
on this.
Seth won most of his, and...
I have a theory on this. There's 2 guys who I know Dean Ambrose was inspired by, and they both lost a whole lot more than they won. That's Mick Foley and Tommy Dreamer. Specifically Mick Foley. I feel like Dean almost tries to make his character like a modern-day version of Mick Foley. Notice he was the one who had to take the crazy bump in the ladder match. And Mick Foley lost way more than he won, which meant when he did win, it meant so much more. And Tommy Dreamer's storyline was the same way in ECW. So maybe that's where they're going with it. That's my only saving grace for it. Because it really is disheartening. This guy has not
It
won
is,
one.
and I just feel bad for him. And it's not like I was knowing that I thought he was going to beat John Cena. I felt bad because it almost looked like he was almost like really pissed off. Like after he, him and John Cena gave each other handshakes or, a little slap or whatever, he looked like he was really upset and it was like bothering him. And I don't know if it was just his character, but I felt like it was almost just like it was him almost like just getting upset about it.
Well, I mean, he sees Rollins and Roman going up, and he's kind of stagnating.
It's funny, too, because they did an interview and they asked him, they said, do you think WWE is burying you? And he goes, no. He actually, he thinks that they're not.
He's not going to pull his in an interview and say that.
Yeah,
he sees
that's true. But I don't know, like he's been having so much great feuds, and it's not like he hasn't been like in the main event or anything yet. So I guess they're not like completely destroying him because they're still giving him main event matches and everything like that.
The Seth feud was great and all. I'm not going to sit here and knock the Seth feud. And I feel like it was made even better because Roman got hurt and they were forced to showcase something. However, I feel like the Wyatt feud, as much as I love Bray. Notice, no Bray Wyatt tonight. That was interesting. As much as I love Bray, I feel like the Bray Wyatt hurt, the feud hurt Dean Ambrose way more than it helped him. It helped, obviously, Wyatt become that strong character they needed him to be to go into working Undertaker. But it just did no favors. I see the light. Oh, he's back. It just did no favors to Dean. The only match he won was on the Christmas Raw or whatever, and all the baby faces went on that one. So it was just disheartening to see. And that Wyatt feud just wasn't even that good. It just wasn't.
Yeah, that one was disappointing. I think a lot of people expected so much out of that because they're both great promo talkers, and it's it like fell so short. I don't know what happened with it. Speaking of Bray, what's going on with him? Like, who is he supposed to feud with next?
That's what I said last night with my friend Travis.
Yeah, like what's going on? Who do you guys think he's going to feud with?
That's why I was talking with Travis last night. I said, what's next for Bray? What's next after he lost the Takers?
That's probably why he wasn't even there last night. They probably don't even know. The creative team's probably trying to brainstorm right now. He's pretty much fought with everybody. Everybody that's big, I guess, that matters. Unless he goes back to the Wyatts and maybe feuds with Luke and has like a heel versus heel, but I guess that could work. I don't know. Like, who really could he... He's done John Cena, Dean Ambrose. He could be in the title picture too. That's why. But Randy and Roman are going to be in the title picture for the next few months. So
I feel like him and Daniel Bryan have unfinished business, so there's a possibility. But again, Bryan's kind of tied up with Sheamus and Ziggler right now.
Yeah.
I think Haley froze up. Your thoughts, Mike?
Yeah, I think so too. I think to me it's just going to be what's going to be next for Bray. When I sat there when I sat there with my friend Travis last night during WrestleMania, I said, now that Taker beat him, what's next for Bray Wyatt? What's going to be after it? What is he going to do with his career now that he lost against The Undertaker last night?
See, I don't think the loss was that detrimental. I think we could have made that argument whether he won or lost, because obviously he wasn't going to have a long-term feud with Take. So, yeah, it's a very interesting question. I feel like Daniel Bryan is a logical opponent. Although, like we said, Bryan's kind of tied up with other guys right now. The last time this happened, he had the feud with Jericho. If anything, they didn't have anything for him then, and Jericho requested to work with him. After the cage match with Jericho, he was kept off television for months, and they split up the Wyatt family for no reason. So, obviously, that's been the biggest problem, is creative finding the best way to utilize Bray Wyatt. And to me, it's very disheartening to see such an amazing Jake Roberts-esque type of character, and he's so good they don't know what to do with him. It's so disheartening.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess me and Joe will be taking over Haley's show here tonight.
I
ladies and gentlemen.
think she's just trying to reset. She'll be. Yep, there she is.
Yeah, sorry.
Darn, we were going to take over your show, Haley.
No.
No,
this is my show. This is my show. Thanks. You guys are just co-hosts.
I was playing.
Hey,
Shit.
we found a good show together, Haley.
I'm just joking.
You are the host. I have deferred that to you, but we did found this together.
I know.
I'm the
right,
Shane
where
McMahon.
were we? So yeah, what do you guys? Who do you guys think Bray is going to actually feud with? I really don't even know.
I
They
think
have
they
to
keep
have
him off
him
TV.
versus heel,
Figure it
because
out.
I feel like.
How about this? How about Bo Dallas?
that
Oh,
would be
dear
good.
God. He'll
I
kill
love
Bo
it.
Dallas.
I love it. Because Bo obviously made his return last at WrestleMania in the Andre the Giant with his nice little beard going on. So I guess you can make him a face, or like I said, you really don't even have to make it. They can have a heel versus heel match, but the fans are so into Bray anyway.
What
so
I would do, I feel like Bo Dallas desperately needs to save his career. The motivational gimmick bombed, let's face it. So let's play up the fact that they really are brothers. Everyone knows it anyway. Bray comes after him, tries to save his little brother, and eventually Bo Dallas becomes a new Wyatt family member.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. It would make for him to come back strong too, especially since they
It
don't
would
probably
put
really.
like, Bo Dallas kind of in the Mizdow position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So that's how I book it.
Yeah, I like it. Because I don't know who else they would have, really. I think that would be good for not only, it would be different for Bray, and it would be completely awesome for Bo to come back to. I think it would be great.
Yep.
That's how I book it.
Divas match. AJ Lee, Paige, and Naomi versus Bella Twins and Natalya. I guess we can say it's pretty much safe to say that Natalya is technically a heel now, so I guess we got what we wanted there. Which makes sense because, like I said, there has been face managers that have, managed heel wrestlers like, obviously, Miss Elizabeth and Randy Savage, for example. But, I mean, I feel like still, it's Natalya needs to be a heel. If her husband's a heel, she needs to be a heel. It's too weird and too bizarre for them to be on the opposite team. Yeah. This was just a random match, nothing really special. Obviously, Babyface has got the win, and there was still no heel turn or anything. So I guess and you know what? I was kind of thinking about this too. I was thinking that they really do have quite a bit of heels, actually, more than faces right now for the Divas. So I think that it's smart for them to, especially since Natalya's a heel now. I think it's actually smart to keep AJ and Paige a face for right now, especially if AJ's gonna leave soon, anyways. So.
I was glad they made Naomi look strong in the match. She ended up getting the pin. It was a 2-segment match, guys, so this is kind of rare for a Divas match to be 2 segments.
Yeah, they have been giving the Divas a lot more time.
They have been. They've been listening to this Give Divas the Chance movement. So that was, I thought the crowd really started getting unruly during this match. Chanting at Nikki, you fuck Cena. Chanting at Brie, you fuck Bryan. I mean, Guys, somewhat classy. I mean, look, I thought it was funny too, but at a certain point, represent yourselves in a certain manner, and like, yeah, we all know that they probably got their spots from sleeping with the main eventers. I've said it on this show multiple times. However, to go at it like that, I mean, Nikki has done her best to become a good performer. Bree, same thing, and to just shit on them like that, I felt like at this point, this is when the fans started to become unruly, started hijacking the show, and at least we didn't hear any CM Punk chants from what I heard, although AJ did seem like he was getting pissed from some chants.
Yeah, they probably said she's pregnant or something like that. I know they shouted that out at her one Raw before, and she got pissed. She like went behind backstage and told Stephanie that was bullshit and everything like that. And I guess she complained about it and everything like that. And they pretty much said they couldn't do anything about it. It's what they chant, you know.
Yeah, fans. I just feel like at a certain point, represent yourselves in a classy manner, express yourself. You want to chant weird stuff like Randy Savage and this and that. That's cool. But, I mean, like the CM Punk chants, I'm glad they ended that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the whole derogatory, I mean, well, they all fuck some of the boys. Like, what are you going to chant? You fuck Kid to Natty? You fuck Uso to Naomi? I mean, you're British to Paige? Like, come on. Like, enough is enough.
Exactly.
Let's be serious.
It's stupid. What do you think about the Divas so far, Minor? You think they're finally having some time?
What? I can't call the Bellas the Kardashians. You know my heart. No, I can't call the Bellas the Kardashians.
I like that. They are the Kardashians of the WWE.
Oh my.
Yeah, they are the Kardashians of WWE. They kept talking about their Louis Vuittons, their dresses, their nice little high heels. Like, really? Don't be the Kardashians.
Hey, they're on the new channel like the Kardashians.
Yep. But Divas match, yeah. Same old.
Yeah, I do think last week's was way better than obviously this one, but hey, at least they're giving them time. They're you know, obviously.
Yeah, I'll give them credit where credit's due. I'll give them credit where credit's due. Maybe it's these divas. It's the Bellas in general. I don't know. Yeah. I think we could use some new divas.
I think they're getting Nikki should lose her title pretty soon because I think their contract's ending in the summer. So I'm guessing she's gonna have to lose it soon. Maybe she'll lose it to Naomi. Maybe Naomi's getting a push now. Maybe I think that would be awesome. Actually,
I hope so. Naomi should have won it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's great. Give it a new, because Paige is young, she's fine, and AJ, she's already had it way too many damn times. So, you know, it's good to have a new fresh face, you know.
Yeah, but don't forget, guys. Don't forget, we got the 2015 Diva Search coming up.
Oh, are they seriously doing that back up?
WWE Network coming back. Yep.
Oh wow!
And I can remember, I can
some
think
of the Diva Search people though have been good. Eve came from it. Maurice came from it.
Yeah.
You know, so some of them are good. It's not like Ashley. I thought Ashley was good too. They screwed the ball with Ashley. Ashley was one like my favorite too.
Oh.
Ashley's attitude. I've heard stories.
But she left. Yeah, she left. She actually asked for the request. I forgot about that. She her daughter or something was sick and she had to leave. She requested
even Chris
to leave.
Demi was good.
Yeah, there was some good ones. There was definitely some good ones.
Michelle McCool was a Diva Search girl.
Layla was there too.
Michelle McCool was a Diva Search girl, the first one.
Yeah, there was some good ones. So I really, you know, maybe they're doing something good with this because they obviously know what the hell they're doing. So, hey, I mean, look at Alexa Bliss. This was the first time she's ever been a wrestler, and she's actually doing pretty damn good so far in NXT right now. So, hey, you know.
What's the deal with Alexa Bliss? What's her background?
She has absolutely no background. Like I don't know if they got her from a model or what, but she's never been in indies or anything, like no wrestling background whatsoever. Because me and Paul Jazer were talking about her a few weeks ago, but yeah, she has been all that she has right now is the wrestling WWE training. That's it. The NXT training. That's it.
I like her gimmick. I mean, she's got a lot of spunk, a lot of energy. Just cute.
Yeah, she's doing really good. I think she's doing really, really good. I feel like she's
for the strap. Don't get bigger than that. So.
Yeah, definitely. So some of these girls, they really can do a good job with. It depends on how hard they want to work. Really.
Yep.
That's true. You get it. You get out what you put in.
Yep.
William Regal says it. Everybody says it.
Exactly. Goldust versus Rusev. So we're obviously still seeing Goldust, but this was just a throwaway match. Rusev, not really sure what's going on with him. I don't know if I'm sure he's still going to have a rematch with John Cena, but him and John Cena really didn't even confront last night.
They didn't talk about Lana or anything either in the segment.
Well, Lana, obviously, I thought of why they obviously did the whole ankle thing and wrote her off because she's doing the movie, so they wanted to write her off, and that's probably why they did the ending like that. So I kind of thought about that. I don't know how long she's going to be gone for. I don't know if she's going to come back as a face or what, but I don't know what's going on with Rusev and John Cena. They didn't even confront each other last night. I'm sure he's going to get his rematch, but it was kind of weird.
Definitely.
It was weird. Didn't you guys think it was weird? Minor, did you think it was weird?
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought maybe they would continue with Rusev and John Cena. I thought maybe right after John Cena and Dean Ambrose, all of a sudden here comes Rusev.
Come out and get John Cena.
Yeah, like attacking him or something, or doing something. Yep. Like, it was just like I don't know if it's just like they're going to do this whole Lana and Rusev thing. They're going to just like completely have him just like get all mad and lose his mind and destroy all these, jobbers and, whatever. And then have, Lana come back and then have him and Lana kind of get into it and maybe, have her maybe find someone new. And then they can feud with each other. Who knows? I think she might come back as a face, though. I have a feeling she's going to come back as a face.
Hey, we heard the Let's Go Lana chants at Mania. Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, especially the way he's been treating her. Well, like how they've had his character treat her. Obviously, I'm sure he doesn't treat her like that in real life since they're going out, but I would hope not, anyways. But yeah, it was interesting. It was weird. I don't know, and I guess because they were focused more on the Brock thing too, so maybe like I said, we'll just see what happens. Obviously they can do something with it next week and everything, because John Cena, obviously, he needs to find a new feud anyways, a new guy anyways. So I'm sure Rusev and him will, maybe it'll happen at SmackDown or something tonight. Who knows?
It's possible.
Alrighty. The last segment with this six-man tag team match, I do like how Randy backstage said that he never got his rematch, and I like that. Me and my brother were talking about that. He never, ever, ever got his rematch from last year. Never did. So obviously, and Rowan's probably still pissed at Seth, as we could see. So I don't know, maybe it'll be a triple threat for right now, and then maybe someone will get pinned. Either Seth will pin Roman or Randy, and then they're obviously. I'm thinking he's going to pin Randy, because then him and Randy have feuded for 2 months, and then Randy will get out of it, and then him and Roman will finish it up until SummerSlam, and then SummerSlam, him and Brock will fight. I actually think Brock might take back the title at SummerSlam.
Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock me.
But yeah, I feel like they've been kind of dropping the ball with this last segment thing. I don't know. I just feel like they need more to it.
It's funny because I usually head off to work about 10:40, and I catch the last segment on YouTube or whatever. I haven't been missing much lately.
Yeah, you haven't. So good.
Bringing Randy Orton thing a couple weeks ago was awesome. That was probably the best ending Raw's had in a while. Yeah. This match seemed very lackluster. I heard about all the chants. I love the "Just Retired" chant, the Big Show. That's great.
Yep.
Yeah, they were definitely a spirited bunch, that crowd last night. Oh man. So yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be a triple threat though.
Guy over in that match. Would you agree with that?
Agree with what?
Ryback seemed like the only guy who was over in that match with the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah. What's next for him too? I mean, there's so many people that I'm like kind of like, what's actually next for them, And where's Rowan been? What's up with that too? Yeah. So many questions. Like there was even though it was a great Raw, it was like there was missing so much, and I guess it was because of they had to fit in 2 debuts and everything like that. So I guess it
The
makes
Brock
sense.
stuff, 2 debuts. That was the central focus of the
And
show.
obviously, I can understand why they're kind of freaking out about Bray, because I wouldn't even know what to do with him. Like I said, Bo's really the only one I can really think of. So that's probably why they gave him the night off. They're like, oh yeah, we have nothing for you right now, so give us a week and he'll come back later.
And if his ankle was really hurt, like speculation
That's true, maybe they'll give him a month off. Maybe we won't see him for a month or so. Maybe he'll come back. And maybe he can come back during Bo's match. Maybe they can like kind of get Bo coming back and having him win matches and get over with the fans maybe. And then and then Bray, that would be perfect. That's exactly how you should book it. And then Bray should come back, and then there you go.
Exactly like that. Get on Bo a little hot streak again. See if the fans believe in him, and then out of nowhere, Wyatt comes back in a month or two, and they start feuding. That's how I do it. I think that's the perfect execution right there. And certainly.
Yep.
And let's not forget, Wyatt's been off television in the past. After he feuded with Jericho, they took him off TV, and they killed the Wyatt family after that for no reason. We didn't see Wyatt on television.
Yeah, they were definitely, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. They didn't know who they were going to feud with, and so they were trying to think of stories and thinking of how they were going to bring up the Wyatt family. So it makes sense. I mean, obviously. But, yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that Bray got hurt, I guess, at the perfect time. Not really, I mean, not right before WrestleMania, but, I mean, right after, I mean, because they really didn't have anything else for him, so. Right now.
Money in the Bank's going to be interesting this year, and I think Bray's going to be one of the top contenders for Money in the Bank.
Me and my brother think he's winning it.
I think Bray
it's either going to be him or Dean.
Yep, definitely.
So, Minor, what do you think? What did you think about this last segment?
Last segment, like you said, Haley, it was just lackluster. It's just with Ryback and all that. But don't forget, we had we should call it the hashtag Wave Mania. If you can just see, it's like the one thing I love about the cameraman. He cut off during the match and just watched everybody doing the wave. When he brought the camera back and just watching everybody doing the wave all the way around, they did like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, wow, the cameraman just wanted to see the wave more than see the match. I
heard at one point even the wrestlers had stopped working and were just kind of taking in the crowd at one point.
Yeah, it was just crazy. They were just so into it. I love it. It was so great.
We Are Awesome chant when they put themselves over. I heard that one was going too. The We Are Awesome. That gets a bit much because now you're putting yourselves over, you fuckers.
Yeah.
That was like,
hey, at least they're having fun, Joe. That's how I look at it,
Yeah, truth.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well,
like when you go to a football game, if you're going to a Tigers-Yankee game, are you gonna and say the Tigers suck and you're not into it? Are you gonna just hijack the game and make it all about yourselves? Like,
yeah, that's true. The most I've ever seen was the wave.
Yeah. Fans are weird.
Alrighty. Well, like I said, I guess we'll just have to see what's going on with Bray. We got to see what's going on with the whole Goldust and Stardust thing. We got to see if Dean's gonna actually win a match and what's next for him.
Winning a match in 2015.
there's so much unfinished business. I feel like that they just creative teams probably like, and it's especially busy after WrestleMania because that's when all the feuds end pretty much usually. So they're starting up fresh now again, and they gotta like think, okay, what's going on now and everything like that. So they gotta think of heel turns, face turns maybe, and new feuds, all that stuff. So they're probably working like crazy, and then Vince is probably ripping up stuff and then being like, nope, redo it, or I'll do it myself.
What else is new?
Yeah.
As Michael Meyer has the itch to talk wrestling.
Oh, this is great. You guys are crazy. I had a great time. Alrighty.
Meyer, thank you for joining us, brother.
Oh, you got to have.
We should do this more often. Your rants are just so funny, especially about the Divas. I like it how you mock them. It's so funny.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, guys, don't forget to check out Joe's Strike Zone. Not tomorrow, but Thursday. And me and Minor will probably be doing the NXT review on Thursday too.
I'll be sure to check it out.
And I don't know about TNA this week. I know I haven't done TNA in a while. I might do an extra video or something, or just kind of talk about like some points that's going on. I don't know what I'll do. I'll think of about it. But I'll try to fit in another special video either Saturday or Sunday for you guys. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and don't forget to join our Facebook group. Also, don't forget to check out Miner's channel and the link. I'll put the link in the description too, and Joe's channel. I'll put that link in the description too.
Say something real quick.
What?
Also, guys, don't forget April 3rd. Come over to my channel. Late night NCAA men's basketball tournament bracket. We are doing the final four to going on to the national championship. As you know, my boys in red are going to be I think I'm sorry to say, but we are going to be like Brock Lesnar. We are going to be behind the one in 38-1 for Kentucky. So your perfect streak.
I hope Kentucky goes down. I'm with you, buddy. I hope Kentucky goes down. Fuck Calipari, you douchebag. I'm with you on this one, buddy. Little college hoops. Look at that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.